series. I never played the first two, but I got hooked on number 3, and we're going to continue on through. Play the map, the first super weapon. Ah, we've already picked one. All right, I've installed the new power zone, because remember, as we're picking up equipment, we are gaining more nodes and things. So our ship is progressively getting more and more powerful. I hate to interrupt, but while we're busy dealing with the gamma inhibitors, several creeper swarms managed to catch up to us. They're preparing to bombard us from all sides. Can we fortify our position? Afraid not, but I did manage to locate one guppy, so we can ferry energy again. Also, I've moved a few shield emitters and weapons into key positions. They have no power, though. The speed at which they set up took me by surprise, and because of the gamma inhibitor, this area is still suffering from legions of void strewn across its surface. I couldn't power them in time. With only one guppy, we won't be able to power them all before they're overwhelmed. Think quickly about which group you want to nullify then. Top left will throw waves of spores. Top right will send a continuous stream of spores. Bottom left will flood us with huge amounts of creep, while bottom right will overwhelm us with runners. Okay, so I need to pause, for sure, and we need to evaluate our choices. So basically what they've done is they have bound this up in walls, and, and we have a nullifier that we can activate with a guppy placed on top of the walls. So this little guppy, is it on here, or do I need to actually go? There's a data store over here. That data store probably contains the guppy, because I do... Oh, no, there it is, right there. Okay, so we just need to build a relay here, and that will connect it. It might actually connect... Ah, it is. Okay. Destroy that. Let's go ahead and build 3 reactors right across the nose, because I really don't think there's anything else that we need on those spots other than gaining way the hell more power than we already have. So this is going to be terrain height 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 5, all the way down to 3. So as long as we are able to service or put enough weaponry on all this, we really shouldn't be overrun, I don't think. The snipers are going to be the only problem. I think that these are going to be a rather important thing to snag. So I think we do this, which is going to take out all of the, that is going to take out all of this and get rid of the freaking sprinters on the networks, because that is hellacious to deal with. That is definitely a top priority for me. So guppy, come on. Boom, one guppy. Packet transporter. Oh yeah. All right, so let's load him here. We're going to definitely want to make sure that we're good to go. We're spending all of our energy, so that's good. And this is going to tank once the guppy is available. Let's see. Forge is supplying. I've got Birth is supplying. This is proceeding at an alarming rate, to be sure. And I think that we've overall done pretty well for ourselves. I'm going to turn 2 of these to always on, because I feel like we can start just drenching our entire area in anti-creep, which will definitely help us out. Let's load up the guppy. I'm not sure exactly how much we will need. So let's go with that much, and we're just going to go ahead and park it over there. Oh, I can't launch it until it's completely full. Well, that's disappointing. Let's go ahead and build more reactors then. I think that we can probably get 2 to each side relatively easily. I've got to remember all of my hotkeys here, because this is... Switching games in the middle of the stream is sometimes a bit of a chore, let's be real. Get a relay down in the back. That is definitely going to be enough power, so we'll drop a few more relays down in here until we stall, because, you know, we gotta stall. That's just how things are. See, Crypto World 3 power stall is definitely not as bad as FAF power stall, but it's not good. Let's It's really not good. Okay, so forge is supplied now. That is once these are built, it will be supplied. Oh, they were not kidding about flooding us with these things. Holy cow. Okay, so that'll go down, and then I think the... Oh. How many beamers do we have? We have 4. Probably not enough is the answer. Okay, so reactors coming online. Let's drop those in. We go energy efficiency. Mark 1. Let's go ahead and think about some more beamers, because I just do not feel like this is anywhere enough on the beamer front. Especially if it ends up being a huge wave, which there's 4 up here. I don't know how many they'll launch at a time. I think I can find out. 5 spores. 20 spores at once. Oh dear lord. That means that I need a minimum. Oh, that is gonna be tough. I need a minimum of 10 beamers loaded on the front in order to not immediately collapse to this. Oh, good gracious alive. That is not going to be fun. Let's move these guys back here. I feel like they can definitely do a bit of good. That would do a lot more good, actually. But, alas, it is not meant to be. Okay, so that is going to get that done. Let's go ahead and upgrade our build speed to the maximum so that this will build a whole heck of a lot faster. Come on, come on, come on. Return to base. Boom! It's gone. Alright, so there's a lot that are already out, but that's fine. And this is on a 2-second countdown. So constantly firing. Wow, he was not kidding about that at all. Reactor down this way. Then let's get a movement speed on the guppy. Because we may... Nope, we only got 1 to pick. We got 1, and the other is definitely not going to be an option. You have 4 snipers near the front of the ship? Yeah, I moved 1 back. I think that what we need to do is I actually need to leave them, like, out on the wingtips, so to speak. And we'll be fine. Alright. So we actually have a buttload of circles of power. I just don't think that it's actually advantageous to go for them. That doesn't seem like the smart thing. But there are a couple of emitters up here guarding these. I am going to have to work hard to get across there. And there are emitters on each side. Good gracious. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run anti-creep efficiency, or efficiency, whatever, and then run even more of this, although I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the level of creeper that's out here. So we're going to drop a relay out on the front edge, and then we are going to put in a couple of cannons, which will mitigate the problem somewhat, along with a single mortar, and then we'll go for some more reactors. Reactors are love, reactors are life, reactors are all you ever need to care about in life. Alright, did I build enough beamers? That is the question. And the answer appears to be... Oh dear. Let's see. The answer appears to be a yes, but it is a tentative yes as of now. Let's get a mortar down and just barely winging that out. Okay. Cannon here, cannon there. Just make your connections, build your crap. That's all I'm asking for. And I think we need... We're actually making more than we're spending right now. So I'm going to turn these to always on as well. So they are dispensing ore all the freaking time. And that is just going to flood this entire tableau with the epic creep that we need, or anti-creep rather. Alright, so with that, let's fit a couple more reactors in, and I think that will be most of the energy that we need for the rest of the game. Get a couple up here in the little dividers on the chassis. Get a couple there. Good, good, good. There's the beamer, and it looks like these spores are starting to target the back of the ship a little more than the front, so I want to make sure that I have enough to keep that safe on that side. Okay, so first things first, we need to decide where we want to go for our first round of emitters. And I think it makes sense to hit the ones that are right here. Also, these are slowly but surely being whittled away. But slowly is the operative phrase. Oh dear. Oh dear. I need about 3 more on the front. Let's see. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Okay, that'll just give us a little bit better buffer. Because, holy cow, that is bad. Alright. So with that, let's pick up a fire rate and a fire range upgrade. And then we can start edging out along the edges of the ship here. So that is going to be... I think we just go ahead. I'm going to run a relay out. Get a bit more build space. That's what we need. And we're going to lay in some mortars. We're going to lay in some towers. All in all, just kind of figure out what we can throw at the enemy and have the best chance of defeating him with. Get a couple of these guys, a couple of those guys. I think they buffed the reach of the command center for this version. I think there's been several things that have been tweaked quite heavily that maybe weren't talked about in the description for the game, but a lot of it is very helpful when you're operating in a manner such as this. Let's go for another fire range. So the sprayers will be a little bit more targeted with that range, and that is good. And then we'll pick up a tertiary or efficiency upgrade once we crack 60. Less power equals no shields. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're going to... Oh, wait, hold on. That is a relay. Can I deactivate the shield? I cannot actually click on the shield to deactivate it, which is kind of a pain, actually. And I definitely need more power than I have. Let's pull a couple more reactors out in these little edges here that we can pick up. I've got those filled with beamers, no biggie though. Not an issue. We pick up 2 more there, and then energy efficiency instead of ore efficiency. And once all this comes online, we should balance out. Yeah, we're balancing out all right. I think that will be fine. So now, let's plan out a drop. We are going to go... These are going to be the easiest ones to take, probably, and then it'll give me circles of power to use mortars on some of these other areas that are a bit more shady to get to. So let's think about that. You, my friend, are being a royal pain in my buttocks, and I do not appreciate, not one bit. Run over there. You are being completely useless, so I'm going to run you over to this side, and we are just going to nab all those sons of guns right off. Bottom right shield looks clickable. Don't think so. And I could do some pocket speed, but honestly, right now, we're very close to our home base, so I don't think that is the best thing that I could be doing. Let's pick both of these. We're going to auto-target on the Berthas, which is going to start nailing some of that super deep creep over there. And then I just need... Actually, what does the terrain look like over here? So that was a 9. That was a 9. Oh! I can no longer use that. Oh, that sucks. Because it dies. Are you kidding me? That is lame-o. Okay. I'm going to go for this one first. We're going to pick some mortars. We're going to drop them right down in here in range. We're going to pick a couple of you guys up and go to Digitalis Primary Fire. which should clear out this area very effectively. And then we'll drop a relay down just in time to resolve all of that crap. I'm also going to pick up another move speed because we're going to be moving a lot of turrets around, and that just seems like a smart thing to do. Why did you not switch to Digitalis? And you didn't switch again. Switch to freaking Digitalis, thank you. You are a pain in my buttocks and not very helpful to boot. Wow, that wailing siren though. Okay, so mortars in. Let's pull you guys over here. Mortars in. Which should clear out the space that I need to make it to the front edge. Drop a relay in. Oh yeah. Relay in, and then a nullifier up on the front. And that is going to get hit a little bit, but nothing to worry about. We'll just drop a couple turrets in here and it will be good. Bottom right shield looks clickable, the one below the Bertha. That's a collector. Yeah, that's the problem with these things stacking up like this. There's a shield. I can disarm and stop resupply on that one. Stop, resupply, disarm. Is it entirely random what I get when I click on them? There, I got a shield that time. Alright, disarm, stop, resupply. Relay, relay, relay. So, apparently this game is just messing with me now. Reactor. Reactor. Cannot get the shield. Cannot get the flippin' shield. Okay. Fire rate. Let's go. Then we go nullifier right on the outside edge. Hallelujah. And we drop in on some build speed, and I'll drop some packet speed this time around. Starting to play MWO, and it is hella blast. Glad to hear that, Red. I'm always happy when somebody finds a good game because it is a fun thing. I am really digging MWO right now. It is probably my second favorite game going. I did not expect it to edge out Blackout for me. I've been playing a fair bit of Blackout still, but MWO is just, it's good. It is really good. Alright, we're going to take this entire operation and we are going to move it right over here. Which is hopefully going to be sustainable? Question mark. I'm not entirely sure whether it will be or not, but we can hope for the best while we're over there. And I think that what we're going to do is we are going to drop a relay over here, which is going to feed a... let's move a couple of turrets over to this side. Just to keep this thing safe. Safe from harm. Which I believe will be relatively effective. How is this still filling up with creep? Is the Digitalis spreading it? I think it is. My goodness. That is annoying as all get out. Oh dear. Let's not lose all of these. Thank you very much. Bring them on back now. Get a relay down to feed the stuff that's on the front at least. We'll bring that back around in just a moment. Now, my energy balance is looking reasonably good, though when we do dip in to feed this quantity of things, I am not surprised at all if it is going to drain us. So I'm going to drop a couple more reactors in. Should be fine. And now that we've got the Digitalis disconnected from the blue, it is not going to be able to feed across the center, and that is glorious. So we're going to drop a lovely mortar down here that is going to mop up the remains of everything on this side. Get a relay in, and we'll have this son of a gun locked down. That will drastically decrease the amount of stuff that we're having to deal with, especially since I can afford another range upgrade now. That is some good stuff. Okay, so we're going to pull a lot more mortars right over to this edge here. Probably a couple more turrets wouldn't be a bad idea either. Move some of those up there. Maybe even our Digitalis Buster. Get a relay in. Why was that the deepest of the creepest? That is odd. I guess because the Digitalis was on task? That's gotta be it. It's gotta be. Alright, let's put a nullifier in right here. Get rid of that pestersome little son of a diddly. And then this will just slowly decrease the amount of creep that is all over the place. And with that, we can go ahead and drop in a new line of mortars and maybe do 2 for drops. Since we do have some extras up here. Oh, that definitely hurt. That definitely hurt the power. Let's go ore efficiency times 2, which will give us more that we're pouring out into the world to suppress everything around the ship. The free PvP game for that, it's MechWarrior Living Legend. Oh. Packet speed is one of those things. Packet speed and build speed are... Wait, what? Oh, this has been bombarding me with freaking spores and I didn't see it. Crap. Are you kidding me right now? Really now? Really? You got every one of those. You dirty son of a gun. Why? Why are you such a pain in my buttocks? Okay, let me try this again. This time with beamers to protect me, because apparently launching the freaking stuff all over the place and being a pain and alright, let's get those over there, and then I think that will be more than sufficient. So I can move this over here, we can drop a nullifier back in, which was a huge setback, and now we're good. My goodness, that thing is annoying as all get out. Okay, so we got beamer coverage now, it's all good. It is all good. Let's go ahead and pull... Anyway, what I was saying, build speed and packet speed kind of run hand in hand, but they're not the same thing. So packet speed you generally don't need while you're in this close of a proximity to the base. Build speed, excellent thing to run for. Excellent thing to run for. Let's go ahead. We've got the ability now, I think, to drop in and start working on 2 zones at once. Now, this is probably going to bite me. I know that it is a bit ambitious to be doing such a thing at this point. Talus and replace. Then we're going to go ahead and run in relays like so. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that isn't on a landmass, which is unfortunate to say the least. Okay, so turrets falling in. That is going to free us up from all of this stuff very quickly, but not quickly enough. We need to pick up this group of mortars and move them back into safety. Need a few more cannons to produce. And it looks like the rest of these mortars are not going to be able to survive. So we're going to pull a relay in here, and then a relay there, which I think is part of the problem. I did not actually have a relay out in reach of the front. My mistake. That was a huge fault on my part. Move back over, and we'll drop a mortar here with a little turret buddy there to keep it safe. And then I think just need a relay on the very front edge and we'll be good. Okay. We'll be a little bit more conservative about it this time around. Trying to drop in a little cleaner, clear our area a little bit better before we move on too ambitiously. Then on the other side, I'm going to move all these sons of guns up right to the front edge, now that we actually have a basis to refuel them with. And all our turrets should be keyed correctly. It looks like I need one more Digitalis. probably... You should probably be Digitalis as well. So that is going to focus on what is the most dangerous thing when you're dropping on the front. That dirty, dirty mess of webbing that is able to destroy all of your hopes and dreams in one fell swoop. And it looks like, except for this mortar, we're good. And now we're good on everything. Awesome. Freaking fantastic. Get a nullifier in, and that is going to be clenched. Same thing over here. I can actually build a nullifier right up on the front line. Not a care in the world. So we'll get that in, and then I need to start focusing in on this edge. So I think we run till both of these nullifiers are built, and then we move both edges at once again. Weighing between buying Creeper World and resubbing to Brink. Creeper World is a damn good game. Check General. Why am I checking General? What? Peggy, what is that? I don't understand. And it's scaring me. Creeper World is a really freaking good game. I have put a lot of hours into it. It just kind of depends on what kind of game you like. And if you would like the game, absolutely buy the game. Don't feel like you need to resub to me. I am not that needy after all. We're going to drop a Digitalis in, and that should make our connection just fine and good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, I'm actually having second thoughts because this seems to be getting a little bit out of hand, so we're going to mark it for Digitalis as well. I'm going to put it on the other edge because it seems like we need to suppress that a tad as we work on... Oh dear. That was a lot deeper than I thought it was. Alright, we're gonna do this in 2 stages, I think. Because that is obviously really bad news. Let's go to the other side and try to shift over to this edge. Take all of you. We're gonna move over here. Be happy little people on the other edge of the map. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I did not actually finish this. How did I not finish that? Was I missing... Ah! It was not actually able to sustain the nullifier on this edge. What do you know about that? Okay, so we need to get both of those down, and then we need to get another nullifier built behind it so that hopefully this will not be overrun again, because that was embarrassing. That's a sim with the creepy walk on? Andoro, please don't read me too literally on that. The day that I have to beg for pennies, you guys will know about it. 1 Twitch sub is not going to make or break me. 10 might. 10 would make a dent. But basically I look at it as if you don't have enough spending money to drop a Twitch sub without really thinking about it that much, like if you're debating between that and a game, then I would rather you spend it on something that you will get more hours of enjoyment out of. Although I guess by that argument, if you're going to get that many hours of enjoyment out of watching the stream, then... there's an argument to be made there as well. Okay, let's move down here again, now that we've had a little time to refuel and replenish our batteries and those health bars as well, because those are important. And we will be able, I think, to maintain on the front. Oh, yeah. That'll work beautifully. So the only thing I need to do is move these guys in here so that we can maintain the front edge, and I think we'll be good. Okay, same drill that we've been running. I'm gonna drop a mortar, gonna drop a Digitalis turret to... Why is this box so finicky on what it will actually click? It's like the most precise thing I have ever seen in my entire life in its requirements for where exactly you must click. to have any hope at all of actually activating the thing you want to activate. I just don't get it. I do not get it. Okay, we are going to move you up there. We're going to bump our beamer protection up a little bit further, because that seems to be a pretty consistent troublemaker as far as this is concerned. So we'll move those up. We will get ready to secure the next area. And then if we come down here, I do believe that we will have enough space to build Le Nullifier. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'll work. Minister Phobia, appreciate the sub, man. As well as Barago. Apparently people paying attention to what I'm saying at exactly the wrong time. And yes, I do need to remember my forge, because that is getting up quite a bit on our stuffs. So we're going to go packet speed. Maybe drop an energy storage to get us a little bit more breathing. Good lord, we actually have a lot of surplus energy. Okay. Well, that can be remedied with a spam build of turrets and a spam build of mortars, because we're going to use them at some point in the game, right? Oh, that might have been too much. That is a 30 power stall at a critical juncture, because Brink is so good at his timings. He's just amazing at doing this. Okay, so the Digitalis is definitely outpacing what this one turret can do. We're going to move another turret over that is also going to be set to Digitalis. And hopefully it can keep that stupid mortar alive long enough to clear out a zone for its own protection, because that is the end goal after all. Come on, come on. Get a relay, get a nullifier. Okay, so it's firing, it's firing. Get the freaking Digitalis off my turret, please. And no thank you, because you're actually not doing it. Alright, that is growing really fast, actually. Let's put the super turret on. Clear that crap out. Okay, that works. What? Oh, dear lord, how did I not see that? That isn't even... That's a 9 terrain height node! Good gracious, I could have had a turret on it this entire time and it would have been so much more effective at holding these. Wow! Thank you, Brink, for not paying attention at all to what is actually on those nodes. Holy hell. Okay, you need a relay in order to power up, and then we can move all your little buddies out somewhere. Probably also going to buy Creeper World? Oh, okay. As long as it's also. Why did we just lose 2 relays? Because the frickin' spores and... Blah. Why are you such a pain? Okay, I'm gonna put 2 there. I'm gonna put 2 here. Actually, that's redundant. No, it might not be, actually. Can you not? Thank you for doing it in a very concentrated manner that is actually pretty easy to clear. That is super helpful. Okay, so all of that is done. Then we're gonna take another one of you, put you over here, get another relay down, and you are going to be self-protecting and not need the entire stupid section of help that all of these other turrets are needing. Okay, so that's good, that's good. Relays being lost down here, that's not so good. But they're not critical relays, so we're still okay. We're providing. We need to move a couple of these over here, and good gracious, that also means that we are in danger of getting spammed by the north side, because I totally forgot that these guys are launching 20 at a time, and we're away from the protection of the ship. Okay. All of you guys are good. Let's go ahead and hit this up. How much can I get? Dude. Destroy that. It's 9 energy. I need that way more than I need 9 energy. Alright? Alright, I'm glad we can agree on this. Looks like this might actually need the Digitalis guard. I mean, once this stuff gets in really super close, it will fire at this, but the Digitalis being kept clear is a pretty big deal. And I can just straight place. So relay up front. Grab a nullifier at the closest possible juncture and drop 2 turrets, one of each type. And that should be sufficient. We can take that out, and then there's only one left over on this side, actually. So let's shift everybody over and see what we can do. This is actually going way better than I thought it would. Let me just put one over here on Digitalis, because I am a little sketched out by leaving that entirely alone. It doesn't seem like the wisest thing to do. And there goes the spore after that other side. Okay, so I definitely need to plop down a few beamers here. Just to be on the safe side, you know? So that we don't get slammed from one edge or the other without expecting it. Let's take all of you, and we're going to bump up just a tad. Just a teensy bit. Move a few of these guys over here. Along with, there goes an emitter, so that is going to be yet another entry in the success story of the epic turrets. Now that I know that these are actually able to fire at things that are not solely located on its own level. Okay, so that's going to be Digitalis kept back. Probably need 2 on this one because this is still a very active Digitalis node. And definitely going to need loads of beamers over on this edge, which is actually starting to guard all of my other stuff too with the overlap, which is kind of odd, but definitely awesome. Oh, you super beamer, you are the bomb. Thank you. And I just now realized that I disconnected literally everything over on this side by accident, and now it is all dying. Let's move it back just a tad. Just a tad. Little hair. Yeah, turrets come online, and it is no big dealio. Is there not a sub-alert anymore? There should be, unless Streamlabs has gone down or something. It is kind of odd, now that you say it. I did not hear it. I just saw the notification over there, so it is a bit sketch. Let me go take a look at the editor real quick. That is looking like everything is on. Maybe Streamlabs just broke. That could be it. I don't know. Alright, so that is done. I think that the next item on the agenda, as far as what we're going to secure to make the game a better place to live, definitely has to be getting rid of the freaking siren going off every 47 times a minute, whatever. It is starting to get to my brain and burn it a little. So we're going to think about this a little. I do have enough energy to branch in 2 directions at once, which is super helpful. Maybe we go for both of the spore emitters and then leave this one for last? I think that might actually be the way to go. Because this is a very secure area. Let's just say that. The Berthas are hammering it. We've got the super turret and the super mortar on the task. I think that we run up this direction and call it good. So we are going to be fighting uphill going this direction, which means that mortars are going to be at a premium. We also need to bear in mind that for any given area, we need a couple of turrets that are set to Digitalis and on that level so that we are able to clear it with the utmost of care. And then as we're pushing forward, we definitely need to get relays online to these outer areas, and then we need to shortcut the paths so they don't have to go around Timbuktu to get engaged with their zones. I also need you to go over here, oddly enough. Let's go with a Digitalis turret as well, and a regular, just so we can secure those nodes and be alright. I also want to get a relay across to this area, so that I can see what's going on up here, because I don't know what's on that disc, but discs are usually good things to get. Span the bottom right with a small squad and put Berthas over there. You can't. This game restricts you, or this mode restricts you with what you're able to build, and I have 0 Berthas available right now. Until I find another Bertha blueprint, I will not be able to use that, so not exactly the bestest of things. Let's go ahead and swap out our turret modules here, and I say turret modules in the loosest sense possible. Basically just swapping out what we got for some fresher faces that'll be able to deter this a little bit better, I think. Let's go ahead and get you on Digitalis so we can prevent the respread of that nasty blue mess into our stuff. Downloading coordinates to the old shipyard. 1,000 clicks east, 500 clicks north. A shipyard. Interesting. I wonder if it might be related to the Creeper warship that brought us here in the first place. Well, we will find out shortly, I am sure. Okay, I'll slot those guys down, get relays in while we're able to refuel, because that definitely makes the most sense. Get them all the way around and prepped, and that is going to be in... Nope. Actually, we're able to deny, so that's fantastic. I'm going to move all these beamers up so that hopefully we do not take any additional hits. Oh, that super beamer is a lifesaver again. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and move up. We'll go stage 2 with you. Need to move a couple of turrets up as well, I think. Some of these definitely need to be set to Digitalis. Need more than 2 for every stage, because that is a hell of a lot of stuff to clear. Let's go place those in. Make sure all of our nodes are connected as we hammer through the center in that direction. This guy over here is not getting refueled, so we need to definitely get him on board. Let's see what we've got on our... let's go firing range maximum, which leaves us with 233. I think we actually go anti-creep again. No, that was a mistake. I think I need to start collecting it on this island and spreading it to the other islands. So we are going to select all of you, and we're going to move you out into the wild, wild world. You're going to start spreading your goodness over here. And then we're going to build a couple of collectors. Let's do one at the low points on the map. And then we're going to do a couple closer to this zone. Structure a relay out here to catch you, and you are going to set collection field and dispatch AC as ore. And then we're just going to spread this everywhere over here. It is going to be so good. You always on. And those guys are just going to plop right down and start absolutely massacring entire sections over on this edge. That is fantastic. We're just going to leave you to it. And we'll move back up to the north side, where we should be able to make another step up on the plateau. Okay. Drop all of you guys up to the front edge. Nadery, you are messed up, man. Messed up. That is not at all what I meant. But I guess innuendo is one of the best parts of life, so whatever. We'll let it fly. After all, there is no kink shaming here. Pull you in. We're going to target Digitalis exclusively. And that is going to get us up to the level that we need to start knocking out some of these stupid spammers. I'm going to go ahead and knock out our beamers up to the front line. Knockout was probably the wrong word to use there, but that's fine. We'll get these guys close enough and it'll be alright. Well, that is what I would call some intermittent beaming. Can you, like, not destroy my relay? Thank you! You are so kind. So very, very kind. Let's go ahead and cycle up, which is going to move all of you up to here. And this is where we start to get into the dicier of the situations, because I am going to need a lot of Digitalis killed before this is viable as a landing strategy. You are going to go here on Digitalis, and then the rest of this is going to get busted wide freaking open. I can definitely be okay with that. So we're going to relay over here. We're going to relay over to this edge, actually. Should let us get close enough. Not cool. Not cool, little dude. Turn our relay up to the front. That's not going to work. How am I going to get that to survive right there? I might not be able to. That might be the answer. Digitalis. Go Digitalis. We're going to drop up to the top edge and then drop a relay here, which is definitely going to be able to connect. We need the packet and the build speed now. So, packets and builds. There we go. Something about the cannon, if you're wondering why I'm not using the Singularity Cannon. The majority of what is actually decreasing my ability to spread is not the creeper that's in the way, it is actually the freaking Digitalis that is screwing up my ability to land anywhere. So I am having to clear Digitalis to an extreme degree, and the Singularity Cannon just doesn't help with that at all. And it is very frustrating, not gonna lie. But alas, what must be must be. Once I get this one cleared, I will be able to clear the majority of these with a nullifier placed on that node, and then we can kind of hop for the rest of them and we'll be clear. So that is all good. No kink shaming, only regular shaming. I don't think that's how we operate, but I am not gonna judge. Let's see, nullifier in the mix, and we're safe. So that is going to be able to nullify a pretty significant portion of the stuff over there, and that is going to help so much with all of the crap that we're having to deal with. Okay, so now, as you can see, this is spreading quite nicely indeed. We're going to build another relay up on the front, and I'm just going to run 5 sprayers in. I think we might overcome this entire thing with 5 sprayers. That's it. Because it is wasting everything out here with extreme impunity. I mean, we're barely even using all of our anti-creep. We could do this. Let's do this in another place, actually. What have we got? 10. Let's knock out another ore efficiency and then build 5 more sprayers. 1, 2, 3. I could probably get away with 4. And we can start eating our way into the north side and not even spending the energy. Because who needs energy when we've got anti-creep, anti-creep. Diggity dog, it's anti-creep. We need to move you in. This is not... No, it is fairly high. Why are you not being more effective at killing what you're supposed to be killing? I'm going to set it to Digitalis only, and we're just going to eat the Digitalis in anticipation of the anti-creep sprayers coming in. And I am hoping that that will be sufficient. Yes! Get a relay in to feed them more ammunition. And then we need to set this Digitalis only to the front. And that should... Yes! Oh yes, my pretties. That is some good stuff. Okay. Well freaking done. Indeed. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, so we need to move you guys up. I don't actually need this many anymore. I think 1 with sustained energy would actually be enough. It is, I think. But we're going to overkill it just to be safe, because better safe than sorry, right? right. Get view in, then we're gonna do a nullifier right there, which is not even on the relay that I initially placed, but that's fine. Okay. Nullifier. Let's go. Are you going to spore me, bro? Or probably going to attempt to spore me. Let's go with 2 beamers that are on super-powered spots, just to keep this safe. Oh! Oh, there is actually a... Why? Why is this a thing? There is actually another emitter there. Oh my goodness. That is occasionally overflowing and killing the nullifier that we keep trying to place there. Alright, I need you guys to actually do your job as. Thank you. And keep this nullifier safe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad that we could get coordinated on this thing finally. Let's go ahead and move these guys up. I think they're ready. Surely you should be able. Yes. Okay. Good, 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 good. So that's going to put them up there, and we're going to move them up and get a couple of tasty digitalis turrets on the front. I do need... Yep, we'll pull you guys from back here to assist the sprayers in their ever-expanding conquest of the territories. We're also going to extend a relay here, because I feel like we can definitely make this happen. Let's go out to the front, and then on the other edge, we have completely eliminated everything on this side, so I am just going to take one massive dump of turrets all over. Which way do we want to go? I think this is probably the one that is expanding slower, so we're just gonna slap this down. It'll be fine. Not a thing to be worried about. I'm not shaming your shaming, okay? We're not going meta on this. It's not happening. I will not allow meta discussions. Actually, there's nothing I can do to stop it. But don't take advantage of me. I guess I could just ban everyone in the chat, but that would be kind of counterproductive. Why am I losing a multitude of relays? Because it is spreading its spory goodness all over the map, and that is not cool. Okay, so I can basically just ignore that. It's fine. It is fine and dandiddly-icious. We are just going to move up and clear ourselves out a little landing pad here, where we're obviously doing so much better than anyone else has ever done before on this section. Because who in their right mind would drop 50-something turrets? I'm sure that we're not going to be the top time. I am 100% being sarcastic, by the way. I get told every day in the YouTube comments that I'm a terrible Creeper World player. So obviously it must be true. Let's see, you go there, and then we're gonna pull you back. That is a bit close for comfort. I'm gonna have to not advance so terribly far in past where it would be good for me. Let's go ahead and do that. Get a little bit of a shift going on. Spread a couple of relays out. And then we should be able to get the resupply line set. Oh, those were not loaded. That's what's going on. Okay, okay. Yo, turrets. How about you actually fire some anti-creep? That would be great. That would be fantastic, even. Okay, relay up here, relay over here, relay over here, which should create a consistent network for me to fuel things if I plant them on the front. I think everything will be in reach there. The YouTube comment section indeed never, ever, ever lies. I mean, listen, the same thing happened with Supreme Commander. Basically, I'm still in the waiting period where eventually your audience gets whittled down to the people who actually want to watch. In the first couple of months that you're posting videos on a game, the comment section is even more cancerous than it is in most places on YouTube, and it's kind of depressing. Because basically you're getting all the traffic from all the people who just want to complain. And then eventually you ignore them long enough and they give up and they're like, oh well, I'm not getting any attention here, so I'm going to wander off and do something else. And then eventually you get your comment section back, because I honestly don't get that many comments anymore that are complaining about my performance on Supreme Commander. Like, it's pretty much boiled it down to the core group, and it's all a good experience, good place, good things. But yeah, the Creeper World comment section is about as cancerous as the Supreme Commander section was 2 years ago. Since I've actually mentioned this in this video, I am 100% sure that the comment section is going to be nothing but you're terrible because trolls. So, I am prepared for that. We all know by now what to expect from your total lack of performance in Subcom games. I will have you know that I am above average in Supreme Commander, alright? It is not a total lack of performance. That has nothing to do with it. Alright, we've only got one area left to take over, and honestly, this is going super well with just a handful of turrets. Like, I guess it has more to do with the sheer amount of anti-creep that I am able to dump onto this section than anything else. Because this is kind of ludicrous. I never expected this to work as well as it is working. That's 7 turrets is all it is. 7 turrets. And we're owning it. But that's okay. We can own it harder. And harder is better. Okay. We're just going to drop literally everything over on the other side. And then we're going to take advantage of the awesomeness that is nullifiers. After I build a couple more cannons to fend off the angry masses of creep that are going to spring forth from nowhere once I start actually trying to build a thing. Let's go with you. I need to move you here, I think. Once these guys actually land, it's gonna make my life a whole lot easier. Alright, so that looks like an excellent place for a nullifier. We're gonna go ahead and drop a nullifier. We are holding. Lightly, but we are holding. Can I get away with putting it that close to the front? I think I can, because the anti-creep is making for an excellent shield. I can actually take out 2 at once, and then hook up to the super circle in order to knock out the rest of them, and that will work out beautifully. The thought of you being above average makes one wonder about the skill in Subcom, though. You come play Subcom, and then tell me about average skill, alright? Alright. I'm glad we had this little talk, because Supreme Commander is one of the most difficult strategy games that's ever been made. So, it's one of those ones that it's very fast to pick up, but to learn it takes a lifetime to get good at. I have put in my 10,000 hours and I am above average, thank you. I'm just gonna sit on that. Let's do that. I think we all agree. No, we're not going to do Super Sprayer. We're going to go Super Nullifier to be able to knock out the majority of the emitters on this side. And then I will probably put a Super Sprayer down in order to carry on to the other areas. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not going to be able to knock out all of them from this zone. I'm probably going to have to place one here to knock out the remainder. And the Super Sprayer on this edge will be able to take care of that for me. Yes! Okay. So now we get a relay over on this edge, and we drop a nullifier right here. Oh yeah. Sprayer lost, pulse cannon lost, who cares? We're down to the last node. Let's just make sure that we've got everything collected. And we do. We do indeed. So once this thing charges up, that is GG. Play Subcom, engage turtle artillery mode. Turtle mode is a good way to get killed. Let's just leave it at that. World secure on 32-26. I'm going to claim that victory. I'm sure it's not best time. Yeah, absolutely, it's not best time. But I'm going to submit it. And, oh, 30-26, not 32-26. So that is actually going to put us at 18th place out of 90. That is going to wrap everything up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and share it with someone. If you want to support the channel, catch the streams, or join the Discord, check out the links in the description. Thank you all for being at least partially insane, and I will see you in the next one.